What's up, gaggers? Today I'm doing a gag talk episode. Gag Talks Wiz. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet. I actually have something else in the works up in here for another episode of this that's going to go over the channel. But today I want to talk about something that's kind of more, not urgent, but something I think that needs to come out before even that. So recently, for the holidays, KingsIsle, Wizard101, posted a charity mount, right, for their 12 days of Christmas. And it's the G.O.A.T, the G.O.A.T. And I clicked on the spiral 12 days of Christmas, and whenever I saw it, it said, we're going to raise up to $50,000. And to me, I was like, okay, whatever. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, I feel like that's never been a thing before, right? Like the 50,000, why is there a cap on it? And then I started thinking, well, it's probably tax reasons, right? There's probably a reason. Again, something with taxes, they have to file. I understand the legalese that's probably behind it. I think I can understand where they're coming from. But then I started thinking, like, well, something's still fishy with it. And I'm not saying that they're scammers. I'm not saying that they're embezzling. I'm not saying that they're taking money for themselves. But I think they're going about this charity, these mounts, in a very wrong way. And this is my mentality. Whenever people buy the mount in-game, not in-game, it's in the KingsIsle store, Wizard101 store. When they buy this mount, they can pay $15. It's roughly $15. If you pay taxes, a little bit more. And whenever you pay for it, you give $15 to this charity. But there's nowhere on there that has like a gauge or a meter that shows you how many have been sold. So the math is something like, if it's $15, it's like 3,333 mounts that have to be sold to hit 50,000. Something like that. But there's no meter. So someone who buys the mount, let's say, I don't remember how long this is going to last for. I don't know if it's through the 12 days or if it's till January 1st or whatever. But if someone buys it towards the end, surely there could be 3,333 mounts already sold. So they would be paying for a mount, thinking it goes to charity, but it actually won't be going to charity. And that's where I think they're going about it wrong. I don't think there's anything illegal that they're doing. Again, I don't think they're looking to necessarily, mislead people. But no matter what, it can be misleading. So I did some prior research to this. I wanted to do more, but I've been busy lately. The first ever charity mount, from my understanding, is the Meowmodon. I don't know if that's actually the mount's name. I'm not sure here. Yeah, it's the Meowmodon. It was sold for $15 as well. And KingsIsle raised $126,000 when this mount was released. It's my understanding that the next charity mount that they did was the Charity Christmas. See, I actually have this mount. I remember buying it. And at the time, I think it was in the crown shop. Yeah, it was. It was 7,500 crowns back then. And to be fair, it says December 2011. I was a kid back then, but even in my mind back then, I thought all the proceeds went to charity, right? Obviously, again, I was a kid. Who cares, right? I'm not claiming to be a victim in this. But again, I feel like it is a bit misleading. And I think the communication around even the Christmas is misleading as well. And I'm going to get into that now. So 2011, remember, there is a Professor Grayrose, an administrator of the Wizard101 forums, someone who works at KingsIsle, who says this, right? Available for a limited time, the Chris Moose mount will directly benefit 2 organizations devoted to helping children: the Austin Children's Shelter and Children's Medical Center at Legacy. At the end, it says, because a portion of the proceeds for this mount go to charity, this item is only available for crowns and only available for a limited time. And see, here's the deal. In this post, there's the way it's worded, it says will directly benefit 2 organizations. And then it says a portion of the proceeds. Let me go to the next post. In the 12 days of Wizard, I guess that's what it was called in 2011. Here it says, available for a limited time, the Christmas mount will directly benefit 2 organizations devoted to helping children. And then it says the same thing. But on this page, which from my understanding was a part of the 12 days of the Christmas spiral, whatever they call it. Now I'm starting to get my words mixed up here because this is 12 Days of Wizard. It doesn't seem like in here it says anything about any portion of the proceeds or anything like that. And even in the Gray Rose comment, it says it directly supports them, but at the end it says a portion of the proceeds. And this is the only research I did for this video, for this brief episode of Gag Talk. Let me know if you like the green screen and Wizard101 behind me. Does it look good? Anyway. I think they're going about this all wrong. They've been doing this for over a decade at this point. I'm actually not sure if anyone has ever raised this concern. But they are being misleading. Even the Chris Moose mount, the idea that the 12 Days of the Spiral went to a page that didn't say only a portion goes, only 50,000 goes, I think that's wrong. I think if they want to really dot their I's and cross their T's here, they should always be saying it's only going to be a portion, right? I think it should always say that. And not only just the communication, right? This was 2011, like, the damage has been done. But at least me, I've never read the fine print, but I've gotten plenty of the charity mounts. Like, I know there was the Scorpion. I forget the other ones, I'll be honest with you. I have plenty of them, though. I have plenty of the charity mounts. Even the G.O.A.T one recently, this year. I have these mounts, but the issue is, like, it doesn't seem that they're too forthcoming. It's in the print. I think if they want to do this in an appropriate way, a better way, I would suggest having a meter on the crown shop that tells you, okay, look, we're only raising $50,000 for this charity or these charities. We've sold X amount, right? We've sold $40,000 worth, right? So whenever people buy it, they know, hey, you know what? My money will go to that charity. And if they exceed it, right? Say it's $52,000, at least people will understand and know my purchase of this mount is not doing anything. It will not be going to charity most likely because they have a limit of $50,000. Whenever I pay over it, whenever I buy it, say towards the end of December, I know for a fact it will not go to a charity. Maybe I won't buy it then. That's why I think they need to change this. Again, I'm not alleging anything illegal. It seems like they could have been more forthcoming in 2011. I don't know how it was like in the other years. I haven't researched it. I didn't have the time before making this. But I just think they should do better at being forthcoming with these mounts, these charities. And I'll be honest, I'll even put it up. I'll go even a step further. If we, the community, are raising money, they did it with the Meowmadon. If we are contributing to them raising money, I think that we should also know every year how much money they send. This is a charity drive. I don't know if they've been so public and transparent about how much money they've been sending, how much they've raised, how much excess they've raised that they weren't able to send. I don't know if they've ever posted those numbers. I don't see anything here about the Christmas amount. Maybe if I would have dug deeper, I could have. But I think they need to do that. I think that they need to be better with their language. I think they need to be very transparent when people go to purchase this mount in the Crown Shop. Not the Crown Shop, sorry. The Wizard101.com shop. Because again, someone might not want to purchase a mount for charity if the proceeds already are maxed out to the point where all of it's just going to KingsIsle at that point. Say they've sold 4,000 mounts. Some people might own a buy, but because they don't know how much has been raised yet, they can't do it. They can't know that it's not going to go. And that might influence their decision. And then finally, again, putting that out there, I think they should just be more transparent about even previous years. I think the Christmas mount, like I'm not saying I feel, like I've been misled. Like I don't feel like I'm a victim or anything. But I think it is bad that one of their pages for this Christmas mount said it directly supports them, and it doesn't say anywhere on that page, hey, only a portion of the proceeds go there, and it's my understanding they also only did 50. It would have been nice to see that. And because they didn't, I think the community is entitled even, I would say. I think they have a right to know how much the Christmas mount made. The Meowmodon, they already said they made 126. That was pretty transparent. But what about every other mount that's come after? Even the G.O.A.T mount. I think that it's probably too late for this year for them to do it, to be fully transparent. But I think they need to be, at least going forward. I think this is a sort of major issue. Again, I don't think there's anything legal, so it's not terrible. What happened here isn't awful. But I think they just need to do it in the future. So let me know if you agree. Comments down below. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm hoping to make more videos in this format because I don't have to write a fucking script, okay? It's easy just to go off the cuff here. Like, this isn't scripted like the, PlayStation Home video I did, Gaming for Hope, Jinxie, all of those videos. I had 4 pages up, 4 bookmarks up that I just looked at real quick. Yeah, let me know. Do you think they should be more transparent? Do you think that what they did in 2011 and maybe even years after was wrong? Do you think they should have a meter or a gauge or something on there that says, look, we've sold X amount of mounts, therefore, if you buy this, it's not going to support charity? Do you think they should do that? Do you agree with me that they should? Or do you think Gag is just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks? Let me know. See ya!